so today I'm going to show you my Flawless Face Foundation routine. You can adjust it with how much bronzer or concealer you want to use, or you can adjust it by using a sheer foundation and kind of concentrating more on your contouring and your highlighting, or you can use a full face foundation if that's what you want to do. It's pretty versatile in terms of coverage that you want. I applied it in like a medium way, but like I said, if you want to contour that face and add more bronzer, go ahead. This is just my routine, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. A lot of people ask me how I do my foundation routine, so this is what I do. So if you want to see it, just stick around. Thanks! So to start off with, we're going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish foundation primer because I think it's important to prime your face, just so you make sure that your foundation stays put. I do want to let you know that I did do my eyes and my brows before, just to kind of help save time. But what I like to do is I like to apply the foundation starting at the center of my face and then work it my way out. Because I feel like the places where I start to lose my foundation throughout the day is right here, and I start to look really tired. So I like to use, concentrate my foundation primer right there and then just kind of work my way out. So for my foundation that I'm going to use today, I'm going to use the Tarte Marajuka Miracle Foundation. It lasts me a long time throughout the day, so I like to use this one. Feel free to use L'Oreal True Match or whatever kind that you like to use. I'm just going to start... I put it on my hands and then I'm just going to dip it in with my brush and apply it on my face. And I'm just using one pump. That's all you really need, and then just start working my way. I really like this Tarte foundation brush that came with it. It has like a flawless finish. I don't know the name, but I'll try to find it and link it below onto the subscription or the more info bar, because I really like it. I don't know how much it costs though. I had a brush similar for like 30 something at Sephora. I think it was the Flawless Finish Airbrush Foundation brush. I might have added an extra word or two. So yeah, I like to just apply my foundation all over, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my concealer and my contouring together, just because it's easier for you to see where everything goes. But I do not do this every day. This isn't like an everyday look. This is more if I'm going to have pictures taken, or I know I'm going to go out at night with my friends, which like never happens, but if you know, if I were, this is what I would do. Malaysia Color Stick, and you can tell it's pretty dark, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of start contouring. Like I said, I'm just going to use the contouring with my concealer. I usually don't. I'll do them in two separate steps, but for the purpose of showing you where I contour in this video, I'm just going to kind of do it. So I like to go under the chin and the jawline, because I've been gaining some winter pounds, and I like to go straight down the nose, but I like to take it from the nose, connect it right below the eyebrow, and then under the brow bone. I do here. If you have a large forehead, you could do more, but yeah, so this is what I do. If you just kind of want to take a minute to see, this is where I contour. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in Sand Sable. And I know this is a lot of makeup, guys. I wouldn't do this every day, like I said. So I'm just going to dot underneath and do straight line down right underneath my eye. Like that. And then I'll blend it out to be a triangle. Then I get a little bit of redness right here underneath my nose. And then you want to highlight your chin down the center of your nose. And then I like to kind of branch it out right there. Just kind of like at the center of my forehead. And then if you really want to, you can put some concealer right underneath where you're going to contour. I'm not going to do that, but I know a lot of people do that. I just don't. But if you want like a more crisp line, you could go ahead and do that. And then you can take a little bit underneath here, and then you just kind of want to blend it out. So this is how you want your contouring to look. Like I said, I don't do this in 2 separate steps, or I don't do this all in one step. I'm just kind of doing it for the purpose of showing you where everything goes. I'm just going to do this all in one step just so you can kind of see where I darken everything and where I highlight, and that way I get more of a chiseled face and it doesn't look so fat, really, to be honest. So what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start with my concealer, and then I'm going to darken everything. So I'm going to highlight everything and just kind of blend this underneath, and it will help clean up my brows if I made any mistakes right there. And then I'm just going to go underneath my eyes. I'm just going to tap, and then right here I'm just going to connect it from, see how I connected the concealer that was right underneath to under my nose. And then when you blend in your concealer, bring it from underneath over like by the edge of your eyebrow, just to kind of help brighten and your face. That way you don't look so tired, because Lord knows that I do. And then I'm going to blend. You could use a brush to blend. I like to use my fingers for my concealer, but feel free to use a brush if you want. And then my chin. Okay. And then I'm going to use my Pro Buffing Brush from Sephora just to kind of help with my with the bronze part of it, the contouring. I wonder if this is recording, because that would suck. Under the chin, blend it all together. And then for the nose and the eyes, I like to use my hands. Okay, so I just like to take my ring fingers and go right down the center of my nose and connect it. Just because I feel like I get better coverage, or not coverage, but control that way. And that way I don't accidentally take my bronzer down the center of my nose, because I've done that before when I use a brush and I don't want to do that. So that's everything blended. But I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to take my NARS palette and I'm going to go in and get Laguna. I'm going to use my e.l.f. bronzing brush. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's what I got to use right now. So I'm just going to start contouring from the top of my ear down to about almost to the side of my mouth, but I'm going to stop right below my iris. And do the same thing to the other side. And you don't want to go below like this line right here. Like, you don't want to bronze right here, because you want to keep it centered about right there. So the top of your cheekbone to about the side of your mouth, basically, like that. You don't want to go below that. And then I'm going to bronze the top of my head, sides of my nose, underneath. I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark, and I'm just going to hit where my concealer was. So I'm going to dab it under my eyes, kind of help my concealer stay in place, down the center of my nose, center of my forehead, and my chin. I'm not going to go anywhere that my bronzer went. I'm just going to kind of help keep the places that I highlighted, keep them highlighted. So I placed my bronzer in NARS Laguna, right where I contoured with my NARS Malaysia stick, and I set my concealer with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Now I'm going to take my blush brush. This is another e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to go in with NARS Orgasm. just because it's tried and true, and it really is something that I use almost every day. So I'm just gonna go from about right there and blend it back. About right on the top of my cheekbone, and then right above my bronzer, and just blend it out to the ear. Concentrating most of the product at the center here, and then just kind of blending it. Okay, now my next step is I'm going to take my fan brush. This is another e.l.f. brush. I love these because they're cheap. I think Sigma's are my favorite because they're like MAC brushes, but they're a lot cheaper. My fan brush, and then hit the highlighter in Albatross. This is in NARS, but feel free to use whatever highlighter you like, liquid, powder, whatever it be. And I'm just going to hit the tops of my cheekbones. Just kind of highlight the area. The center of my nose. Underneath my eyebrows on my brow bone. What I like to do is I'm just going to kind of dip it with my ring finger and put it at my cupids. My cupid's bow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now that my face is pretty much done, I'm going to take Strip Down from MAC and line my lips. And then I'm going to take Angel from MAC as well, and just apply it. And that's it.